Hi, everybody. It's Monday night, and I'm here to give you a fresh book update. So, we are moving along at light speed. We have contracts that are going out this week. Once those contracts are signed, we can then announce who the authors that are being sponsored by Fresh Book will be, featured authors will be at the festival. By the end of this week, we will have a venue for the film festival, and we will announce what film will be shown at the film festival. So everything is kind of coming to gel together. We had some time during the summer where people were on vacation, children were out of school, and so some things were not put together. But now we are at full force and running. The Fresh Book Festival is in the beautiful city of Daytona Beach, February 20 through the 22nd in the year 2025. And if you think that that's a long time away, it is absolutely not a long time away. Um, it has just gone, this year has just gone by extremely fast. To my friend Kimberly Pageant, I did not know that we both were going through um, a cancer scare over this year. Blessings to her. She also rang the bell. Kimberly, I hope to see you again at the Fresh Book Festival or reach out to you later. I'm sorry that we did not know that we were in this struggle together, but we have overcome it and we are here to talk about it on another plane. So, the Fresh Book Festival, it is going to be transformation. We are going to bring some people from old school to new school. Because what we don't understand, well, I think most of us understand, is that your path is not there and nobody's never walked it. Somebody has been there before. So we're going to bring some literary OGs into the mix, some new literary people into the mix, and then us semi-Nubians, we're going to be at the book festival. And I do believe it's going to be a very intricate and learning experience. Here's what I do know. I do know that if we don't write the words. If we don't leave the words, the books, the essays, the workshops behind, no one will know the presence that we made, the history that we made, the technology that we made. We have to put it on paper. Take it from here and put it on here. I think my good friend Angie Ransom Jones used to say, take your your thoughts, put it on paper to make some paper and leave the rest behind for others to have a blueprint to, they say there's nothing new under the sun. Well, the things that aren't new under the sun are the things that we leave behind. If we don't leave anything behind, then no one will know where to reach back. The first thing, when you're doing a research project, right? Even when you're doing a workshop, the first thing I do is say to myself, someone has touched on this subject before. Can I enlighten it? Yes. Can I add my spin on it? Yes. But somewhere out there in the universe, there is someone who said, yeah, I want to talk about that too. And through the ages, now you're able to take that portion that they talked about and make it bigger. So write it. If you think you have it in your mind to write, put it on paper. If you don't think you can write a whole book, find someone who's doing an anthology, whether it's a spiritual anthology, a historical anthology, or a personal anthology, but write it down. Things like health. Um, we really need to start writing about what our experiences are now, how technology has either gotten better or not quite so good for melanated people. During my experience, I was very surprised at the lack of melanation in this area in the cancer arena. But that may be different in other areas. But what we want is that we have people in all areas that can look at each other and say, okay, I know what you're going through. I know what the difference is going to be. I know how this is going to be managed. And so write it down. That's all I'm saying. You know, everybody has a story to tell. Please, let's just tell it. So we're getting in on the deadline. I do believe I said September 1st. And so we're going to stick with that because we have to get the book to the children. And Tony Bonita, I do believe it is Tony Bonita at yahoo.com. Please reach out to her if you have a children's book that you want to be considered to be part of the Fresh Book Festival as a reenactment for the children from the elementary school here. We had it last year. They did a fabulous job. We really want them to have a book that is integral, maybe has a little music in it, maybe different characters in it. We want maybe to talk about bullying. Maybe we want to talk about diversity and not necessarily in melanation, but diversity in a language, diversity in maybe not being able to speak. And so sign language, maybe being blind and learning Braille, maybe being, you know, whatever that is that encompasses us as a race of people and acknowledging that having the gift to see and to read and to hear is a gift because there's several people here on this planet who are not able to do those things, but they don't let those things limit themselves from the things that they can do. And that's the most important thing. You know, you may have a limitation, but spiritually you are given something else to make it to make that elimination better, right? To make that elimination better. So anyway, it's the Fresh Book Festival. We will have more information. You know, you can't give out information unless contracts are signed. And hey, shout out to Curtis Bunn at the National Book Club, Black Book Club Conference in Atlanta last weekend. It looked amazing. I talked to several people today, and it is on our life list to be there next year to experience um, that particular book festival that we all have learned from. Not only his, but the National Black Book Festival in Houston. I thank you all for being here and being in the trenches with us and making sure that people understand that literacy is a legacy. You need to leave it behind. In the beautiful city of Daytona Beach. It is in February the 2020, 21, and 22. Our host hotel is Daytona 1. It's a Marriott property, and the Fresh Book Festival will be held at the Cherry Center in Midtown in Daytona Beach. Please reach out. My email is freshbookfestivals@gmail.com. We will answer any questions that you may have. Next week, I'll have more information, but I just want you to keep those dates in your mind. Shout out to everybody who was there last year. I hope you join us again this year. Um, if you think about it, write about it because you don't know who you can help. You don't know who is feeling what you're feeling. You don't know who needs to know the information that you have because we are all given special gifts. And if we don't write about it, who will know? Right? Who will know? So the Fresh Book Festival. And we'll see you next week with a Fresh Book Festival update. And thank you all for being on this journey with us. Good night.